Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Jim Cambridge.
And I'm Karen Terrarachi. History tonight at the Democratic National Convention in Philadelphia.
It just wrapped up, as you saw, with Hillary Clinton giving that speech that included accepting the party's presidential nomination, becoming the first woman ever to do so. Benita Zahn has been at the convention all week for us and joined us now live from inside the Wells Fargo Center. Good evening, Benita.
Good evening, Jim, and good evening, Karen. And, you know, it wrapped up real big, parade, ball, you know, the balloons and all. And I know we're going to be taking a look at that. Fireworks, pyrotechnics. And in some ways, that sort of reflected what went on in here during Hillary Clinton's acceptance speech, which ran a little more than an hour. She had to lay out her plan, her vision. She had to contrast her view of the country versus Trump's, and she also had to reach out to the Bernie Sanders supporters. That became a challenge at times tonight. Some of them would begin to jeer her, and then her supporters would holler, "Hillary, Hillary." To say that it was an interesting time here is an understatement, but let's take a listen to some of her speech.
My primary mission as president will be to create more opportunity and more good jobs with rising wages right here in the United States. Don't let anyone tell you that our country is weak. We're not. Don't let anyone tell you we don't have what it takes. We do. And most of all, don't believe anyone who says, "I alone can fix it."
You know, the pundits will deconstruct this speech in the days to come, but there's one thing that was very clear when Donald Trump delivered his acceptance speech. He portrayed a very dark view of the United States. Hillary's speech was far different. It was one that said, yeah, we've got problems, but as a community, and she stressed that a lot, we can work together to make this better. She also laid out the jobs that she has had that lead her to this point, again, trying to contrast herself with Donald Trump. They're going to hit the road now, Hillary Clinton, Tim Kaine, and they will set out to try to sell their message and their view of the United States to the electorate. Unity will be a problem among the Democrats. We saw that here tonight. A number of the Bernie delegates didn't stand for her, and when they did stand, they were holding Jill Stein signs, and they were holding Bernie Sanders sign. It will be a challenge, but I don't think there's ever been a campaign that wasn't one. This one has its own flavor. Jim, Karen?
Benita, what's your impression of the number of write-in candidate names that we're probably going to see in this election cycle moving forward towards November?
You know, that's the interesting question. Clearly, among the Bernie Sanders supporters we saw here, Jill Stein is a favorite. There is some talk for the Libertarian candidate as well, Gary Johnson. You know, it's really anybody's guess. I think that as they go forward, people have to determine what they want their vote to mean and what they want their vote to do. And that's something that's going to shake out over the next 102 days.
All right, Benita, nice job out there. Can't wait to see you back here in Albany. Well done. Benita's on live for us tonight at the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia. And now that the Republican and the Democratic conventions